all set for tomorrow. It's all here. Now you understand what you must do.
Mr. Tanaka, I set this whole thing up.
Yes, Karpov. And you'll be well compensated. Just remember, be on the dock at dawn. And no tricks. Make the exchange as planned. I'll handle the rest.
What is this?
Oh, it's a bird call, sir. Adderly's practicing.
They call it the kookaburra, Melville.
That's an Australian bird.
I'm aware of that.
As opposed to our local bird, which is the balding loon.
Would you mind telling me why, during office hours, you two are engaged in this ungodly imitation of...
Yes.
Well, why?
I mean, yes, I'd mind telling you. I'm working on an operation that's strictly on a need-to-know basis.
Yeah, it's very exciting, Mr. Greenspan. You know, I mean, it's right out of The Angel Savage, mister. I'm reading it. It's called Homicide is Where the Heart Is. It's all about this girl.
And may I ask who authorized participation in such an operation?
Yes.
And don't just say yes.
Major Plack.
We'll see about that.
Use my phone, Melville. I gotta go. I gotta be up at dawn.
Well, just make sure you're back at 9. I have your next assignment.
Oh.
P1 security check.
I've obtained a list of all assigned parking spaces. And starting tomorrow, you are going to check every person in and out of P level 1.
Am I licensed to kill?
This is an important assignment.
Whatever you say, Melville.
But wait, hold. You still can't do it. It's...
Well, I have all night to practice on it, Mona, and you know what they say. A bad dress rehearsal means a good performance.
It's not funny. Stop that. Stop that.
Good to see you, VH.
Good to see you, Tony. Good to be back in action. Thanks for asking for me.
Well, turned into a two-man job.
Chance to reactivate the old partnerships, too good to pass up.
What are we buying?
I've heard of Investigative Alternatives Incorporated.
IA, Cloak and Dagger for profit?
That's it. Worldwide private intelligence force for hire. Ready to work for whichever side pays them.
And they're getting to be a problem for you?
Well, they got a lot of good professional people. Retired KGBs, good agents who got in political trouble. Some from our side wanted better money, you know. And now that buys us a list of active KGB operatives in the Middle East. Yeah, names, including cover identities, passport numbers, ID numbers. IA managed to intercept the courier. We outbid the Chinese.
Who's selling?
It's a guy named Frank Tanaka, their VP for Western Ops.
Good day, gentlemen. You're V.H. Adderly.
Have we met?
You know, I once met Sadaharu, probably the second greatest baseball player who ever lived. And when I spoke his name, he made the same reply. Have we met? All great men are modest.
You're too kind.
To the business at hand, do you have the money?
Right here.
One of you will meet with Karpov, the center of the dock, to make the exchange.
Sure. No. We all do it together. All four of us.
One from each side, on the dock. Was that not our agreement?
No, he's right, VH. It'll be perfectly safe. You can watch from here. Anybody starts anything.
I am your backup, Tony. I'm supposed to be with you at all times. Now, that's basic regulations.
Who's talking regulations? I agreed to do it that way. Now, I can't afford to blow this one.
Just don't try and come back with both briefcases.
Well, what makes you think I tried that kind of crazy stunt? Because that's what you've done?
Maybe. Okay. Make the exchange, but do it exactly as planned. No funny business. This guy's a pro.
Yeah.
Is that with an I? Yes, yeah, I must have overlooked it. Here's the name, right? Thank you. You can go. My condolences on the loss of your friend, Adderly, but...
Control yourself, Melville. I hate to see a partially grown man cry.
Major Plack read the report of this morning's fiasco. He wishes to discuss it with you. Just a minute. In the event that you are still working here after you talk to Major Clack, I want you back here to man the checkpoint.
Maybe I'll get lucky and he'll fire me.
One at a time, please. Just one at a time.
VH,
Everybody, settle down.
I just wanted to tell you I read your report, and Tony's death was not your fault.
Who thinks it was?
You do.
I should have done something. I think I should have.
Oh, now, come on. Now, there was nothing you could have done.
I'm gonna find out what happened and why.
Okay, is there anything I can do?
You already have, buddy. Hi, Lisa. Lisa. I don't know what to say.
Oh, you don't have to say anything. It's okay.
Sit down.
Oh, God. They didn't find his body. How can I have a funeral without a body?
Lisa, if there's anything you need, if there's anything I can do.
Oh, I just need a friend. Just someone to talk to.
Well, when I finish up here, I'll come over and talk to you. I'll bring some donuts.
Oh, you remembered.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'll see you later, okay?
Yeah.
The Major will see you now, Mr. Adderly.
This is Mr. Foster Adderly, one of our senior financial officers. He put the cost of this morning's mishap at 1.2 mil.
Plus a reallocation allowance and setup costs for Mr. Wise's replacement. Major, that's 1.25 mil.
You guys are all heart.
We don't have much time for sentiment over in accounting, Mr. Adderly.
And Tony's death caused you a few problems, did it?
It is a bit inconvenient for us.
For him, too.
Gentlemen, please. That'll be all, Mr. Foster. Adderly, this organization has just lost $1 million in cash.
And you're going to take it out of my pay?
No, but there's high-level sentiment in favor of ending your employment. I believe I can contain it if you don't continue to stir things up.
Major, I've got a right to investigate the murder of a...
There's no investigation necessary. Your report made everything very clear.
Oh, really? That's strange. Sure wasn't clear to me when I wrote it up. And what about Karpov? Oleg Karpov, formerly of the...
KGB. We know that.
You don't know where he is?
He's in jail. Surprised you, didn't I? Seems he exceeded the speed limit on Harbor Way.
He's in jail for speeding?
No, for carrying an unlicensed automatic weapon. Our investigation will begin when we see who bails him out.
Why would they bail him out? He blew it, he'll do 60 days for the gun, and then he'll walk, and there goes your lead.
Our lead. Our investigation. You're to stay out of it, Adderly. Your future here hangs in the balance. Do you read me?
Loud and clear, Major. May I go now?
Sorry about Wise, Adderly. I know he was your friend. Dismissed.
I was wondering if you could help me out.
Oh, could you wait a couple minutes, PH? International fare shift just came in. I have to clear them through.
Well, Mona, I've run into a fiscal emergency. Do you have any money in the bank?
Yeah, I do. How much do you need? I've been saving for a cruise.
800?
$800?
Yeah, afraid so. Can you swing it?
Can I swing it? Well, yeah, sorry. Yeah, it would be a small price to pay, Adderly, if you'll get me away from the security chap.
Get it? Meet me outside the Midtown jail in half an hour.
Adderly, what? You're in jail?
Mona, if I was in jail, would I ask you to meet me outside?
Maybe.
Get out, Mona.
If you're following him, I'm going with you.
No, Mona, it's too dangerous.
Please, I'll behave myself.
You stay in the car.
Yes, I'll stay in the car.
Did you have to give your name?
Name. Angel Savage.
Good choice, Mona. They're not too cool on the classics in there.
Right.
Stay in the car, Mona.
And how did Karpov come to be in peril? Because he'd been bailed out of jail by one Angel Savage.
That's that character of that novel by
Flaubert.
Whoever it is who writes that trash Mona reads.
Where was Mona at 2:15 yesterday?
He wouldn't know. He's never back from lunch by then.
It is not my custom. As a matter of fact, I gave Mona permission to go to the bank.
Which means that she was off duty, so she wasn't in...
Mona.
But we haven't proved that she wasn't involved.
That's why we're forgetting her.
Major, I don't see...
All right, forget Angel Savage. Did you follow Karpov to the dock?
Yes, Major.
In direct defiance of an order from me?
With all due respect, Major, I don't recall an order.
Didn't I tell you that your future depended on your staying out of this?
Yes, Major, but I took that to be advice.
Advice? All right, I'll put it this way. You are ordered to cease investigating the incidents surrounding the death of Agent Wise and to confine yourself to the missions assigned to you by Mr. Greenspan.
Oh, no. Not the Phantom Toll Booth.
I've already assigned.
In the event that you violate this direct order, your employment by ISI will cease.
Did you hear that, Adderly? He's uncontrollable, sir.
Perhaps he hasn't been properly supervised.
I'll try harder, sir.
Good. Then, unless there are any questions, good. That'll be all. Remember, Adderly, only the missions assigned to you by Mr. Greenspan.
Come on, DH. These are not our offices.
I know. Ours are the ones with no windows. Melville. Can we talk?
Talk? Us?
Yeah. I know that we don't have a lot in common, but... Well, have you ever lost your best friend?
I see. Well, I did have a Cocker Spaniel once. I'm sorry, Adderly. I'm just not good with sympathy. But I guess I'd feel the way you do.
And you'd want to get whoever did it.
I remember stalking that vet for... But that's not a good enough excuse to disobey orders.
I know. I just can't control myself the way you do. You're so much more in control of your emotions. You're so much more...
Austere?
Yeah. Maybe you could teach me how to button down.
Well, I'd be glad to.
We could go to your office, kick back and talk.
Have a real man-to-man talk?
Yeah.
I'd like that.
And I could go to Donuts Anonymous and get some of those little jelly babies that you like so much.
I'll buy.
Is that an order, Melville?
That's an order.
Okie dokie.
We can man the barricades together.
Could you pull back a bit?
ISI working you pretty hard? Well, listen, I don't want you to work any harder than you have to, so I'm going to Donuts Anonymous. I'm on a mission for Melville.
Donuts Anonymous. You ring, we bring.
Oh, VH, it is so good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
So which one's got the surprise?
I don't know. Part of the charm of the donut. I haven't had one of these things since, well, since then. It's hard to tell which one of us you're with.
I don't think I knew myself in those days.
You ever get back there?
The Bahamas?
Yeah.
Oh, we always planned to go back one day. But, we just never made it.
Lisa, this is more than just a condolence call.
Yes?
I have to ask you a few questions about Tony.
What about?
Well, it's the way that he died.
No, I don't want to talk about that right now.
Lisa, somebody set off that explosion by firing a shot into the storage tank.
I know. I read your report.
Tanaka and Karpov were trained experts. They wouldn't miss and they wouldn't blow up the money, and God knows Tony wouldn't blow up himself.
You're saying somebody else did it?
I'm saying that it's possible.
But who?
That's a good question. What was Tony working on lately?
I don't know.
He didn't tell you? He used to tell you everything.
Listen, VH. Tony and I hadn't been that close recently. He just stopped talking. About his work, about everything. It was like living with a stranger in my house.
You think that maybe...
No. Another woman, no, I would have known that.
Yeah, maybe. No. You would have known.
So I suppose the next question is who stood to gain from his death? Is that it? Well, it was me. His ISI death benefits came to about $250,000, and he took out another $250,000 insurance policy about 6 months ago. Is that enough of a motive for you?
Lisa, I'm not accusing you.
Aren't you? I'm a rich woman now, VH. I'm taken care of for the rest of my life. So how come I feel so bad?
Where were you this afternoon? Damn it, Adderly, this is no time for you to neglect your responsibilities.
Melville, Donuts Anonymous was closed. Drive all over town to get these.
Adderly, Major Plack told me that you ditched that agent that was trailing you on...
On your orders, remember?
Are all the P1s cleared?
Yes, sir. The ICOM shift will be out in about an hour, and I'm very tired.
I think we can let Mona go home, don't you, Melville?
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Adderly?
Melville?
I want you to check all the parking spots to see if anyone's using the empty spaces.
You're not bothering anybody, Melville.
That's not the point, VH. You're supposed to park where you are supposed to park.
All right.
And while you're at it, Adderly, check the outside parking lot.
Let's take my car, Mr. Adderly. I think you'll enjoy it. I've got the stereo upgrade. No, don't look back. And don't try to bolt. This gun will never leave your back. Please get out, Mr. Adderly.
If you just want to talk, you could have phoned.
I apologize for the bluntness of the invitation. I know it's not the best way to begin a partnership.
Partnership?
No hard feelings, I hope.
Sometimes I think if it wasn't for hard feelings, I wouldn't have any feelings at all. Partner.
Don't tell me the secret passageway is hidden in the closet.
Unfortunately, no. A nice idea, though.
Did you get a discount here? I might like to pick up a few things on the way out.
Keep moving. Inside, please.
The dressing room? This is going to be an interesting partnership.
Our headquarters, not nearly as grand as yours, but how many people work at ISI, would you say?
Oh, about half of them.
We have half as many, but they all work.
Sorry, Mr. Tanaka. The room's in use.
Oh, too bad. See you later.
It'll just be a moment.
Would you like some coffee? Some tea?
No, but thanks for asking.
Okay.
Tanaka.
Miss Booth,
Who's this?
this is Adderly, the man I've been telling you about.
I certainly hope he comes up with a better explanation for what happened than you.
I think you can help us, ma'am.
I hope so, Tanaka. Because you're running out of time, and I'm running out of patience.
Yes, ma'am. She's the president of IA. She doesn't allow slip-ups.
Runs a tight ship, doesn't she?
Very tight.
All yours, Frank.
Could we start with the left thumb screw?
Now, why would I want to harm you, Mr. Adderly? I want to make an arrangement with you. You see, I'm in deep trouble.
You're not the only one.
I assumed as much. The loss of $1 million is never easily accepted.
People are so materialistic.
What's going to happen to you?
I just lost a very close personal friend. Plus, I'll probably be suspended.
But then you will be reinstated.
Probably.
In my organization, there are no suspensions. Copy? No fines, no hearings, no right of counsel. Only immediate death. Adderly. My company was relying on that money to expand our operation. Booth wanted me to accept that Chinese bid, but Karpov said no. If I can't come up with a satisfactory explanation, I need your help.
And in return?
I'll help you, of course.
Of course.
Who killed Karpov?
I don't know. I had you at the top of my list.
I didn't follow him to the dock.
I see. How do you know I did?
I followed you.
I didn't see you.
What can I say? I'm very good.
Maybe you can tell me exactly what happened at the dock.
That's mine to you. Since we're both in trouble together, it'd be easier to figure out what happened if we worked together.
But how do I know I can trust you? How do I know that you didn't kill Karpov?
Now, why would I kill my own man? After all, he organized everything right from the start. The exchange was his idea and his operation.
An operation that he blew, and you have no suspension?
Somebody has an urgent need to use this room. Can we reconvene tomorrow?
Can we find a place with a different motif?
What about lunch at the Bistro Royal?
Where the yuppies graze?
Ah, they're cooking.
Marquis Saint-Jacques is a delight.
Fine. My secretary can take notes.
As you wish. Oh, one more thing. I can't let you go back through the reception area in your condition. You quite obviously have not been debriefed.
Do you have another exit?
Behind that screen, but you can't leave through there unless I'm unconscious.
I can live with that.
Interesting, Adam, that you would consort with the enemy.
I know he's the enemy, Major, but I think he might be able to help us.
Interesting that you would take his word that he did not shoot Karpov. Or, for that matter, that he was not involved in the death of Tony Wise.
Tony's death cost Tanaka $1 million, so he didn't do that one. And why would he shoot Karpov if he didn't murder Wise?
I don't think anyone murdered your friend Wise. It was a result of his own foolhardiness, which, I might add, you did nothing to prevent.
That was his mission, Major. He called the shots.
Investigating your friend's death is in total defiance of orders.
Major, would you like to give me a written order directing me to let the death of Tony Wise pass without explanation?
I can't be bothered with the paperwork.
I didn't think so.
But you can forget about any partnership. And forget about lunch at the Bistro Royale. You wouldn't like the place anyway. A lot of men in suits with no socks on, drinking white wine spritz.
McGrath, party of two, please.
I was looking for Wise, but couldn't see him. And with you firing at me, I just couldn't find a good position.
No hard feelings.
The point is, all four of us had very good reasons not to hit that tank.
You think there might be a fifth person involved?
Possibly someone with a rifle firing from the distance.
But who would have reason?
The lovely widow, it seems, had 500,000 good reasons.
Butterfield, party of 8.
So you think Lisa Weiss is the person that killed Karpov? I can't buy that. And furthermore, I don't want ever to find your heap parked in level P1 again. You only have clearance for level P3.
Mr. Greenspan, what brings you here?
Melville, I heard you make a reservation for this restaurant. I just wanted...
Mr. Greenspan, don't you always have lunch here?
Well, Does this lunch have anything to do with our security check?
Yes, Melville. This is Mr. Kenji Nakajima. He is one of ISI's senior financial advisors, and I caught him parking on level P1 instead of level P3. He's obviously just too lazy to take the extra 2 flights of stairs up.
Financial advisor?
Yeah. Yes. My, friends call me Kenji.
Well, Mr. Benji, you might be able to help me out with a little tax problem that I have. You see, my mother-in-law helps us out with little things.
Like food and shelter.
What she's doing is she's claiming Debbie, Debbie's my wife, as a dependent.
Plack's here. Gotta get out the back door.
I don't think I can make it.
Wait. Adderly, what's going on?
Could I have your attention, please? An Audi just crashed into 2 BMWs in the parking lot. Anybody?
Come on, get out of the way. Please, please. Please, keep back. Excuse me, please. Just, please, keep back. Keep back.
Hello, Major. Fancy meeting you here. Here to join us for lunch? Melville recommends the quiche.
Why should I be distressed? Another commander might be distressed if one of his men prevented the capture of a dangerous spy for hire, but I have learned to accept.
In essence, Major, I gave Tanaka safe conduct because
I had nothing to do with that incident. You lured me to that restaurant.
Melville, please. The grown-ups are talking. Did I give you authority to give Tanaka immunity?
Well, no, Major, but he trusted me, and I couldn't see that trust betrayed.
What about betraying me? I had lunch with a spy.
Melville.
Sir.
I'll exclude you from this fiasco if you'll do something for me.
Anything, sir.
Leave. When I told you not to see Tanaka, your reply told me once again that you would evade my orders.
And I did.
Just as I planned.
What?
Yes. I want Tanaka out of circulation. A freelance spy is a loose cannon.
Well, whatever he is, Major, I need his side of this mess.
Why?
Why? To find out why Tony and Karpov were killed.
Let me clear it up for you, Adderly. Tony Wise, an ISI agent, disobeyed orders, got overenthusiastic, and got blown up by a tank of diesel fuel.
Diesel fuel?
It's an open and shut case, Adderly. A perfect example of what happens when things aren't done by the book, something you're very good at.
Yes, Major.
I want you to keep out of this, Adderly.
Major, if you'll just allow me to have one more look at that doc, I think that I can explain.
Adderly, please. The only thing that gives me a bigger headache than wondering why you do things is hearing you explain why you do them.
Oh, come on, Major. Just one more look around.
And then it's back to miscellaneous affairs. And that's an order.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Major?
I know you don't want to be there, Lisa, but this is important.
BH, I'm just trying to deal with all this. I don't need to see where he died.
Well, I need you there.
Why?
So I can come to terms with what happened.
Adderly.
Isn't that what friends are for? To help each other out in times like this?
I just...
Please.
When?
About 2 hours. I'll be waiting. Bye.
VH, you don't think she had anything to do with it, do you?
I don't know what to think anymore, Mo. You want to come?
I can't. I'm on sentry duty. I got in trouble last time. I mean, this whole thing, you know, it's absolutely ridiculous.
What do you expect from Melville? Logic?
Adderly,
Melville.
you know what's been going on outside?
Do I care?
While you were out disobeying Major Clack's orders, someone stole another parking space.
You stole it. I wonder what those things are going for on the black market these days.
You won't take this seriously, will you?
It is a stretch, Melville.
Well, someone will take it seriously. Mona, call a tow truck. We'll show them we mean business.
Mr. Greenspan, you're not actually going to tow them away.
Down to the pound. It'll teach them a lesson.
But Mr. Greenspan...
Now, Mona, where do you think you're going?
Sorry, Melville. Major Clack gave me an order.
At least something is improving around here. Come here. It's me. Melville Greenspan. Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Golad. Yeah.
Sit down. You know what was in that tank, Lisa? Diesel fuel. Same stuff that was in the larger tank that morning. It's flammable, but only at high temperatures. A bullet couldn't have set that off. That only works on the A-team. The only cause for an explosion like that is a bomb.
Somebody planted a bomb in the tank?
A bomb that could have been set off by remote control.
Well, well, well. What's this? The two lovers returning to the scene of the crime. Please, drop your gun, Mr. Adderly. I ruled you out yesterday, Adderly, which left only the lovely widow. But when I stopped by to pay her a visit, I found this. And suddenly it all made sense. You two were once an item, and now you're reunited once again.
Go on. I love happy endings.
The widow with her newfound wealth and her down-on-his-luck agent lover running away together. Exactly as you planned it.
That's fine, but can I ask you just one question?
Please do.
Why would I give Tony $1 million if I know it was going to blow up?
But remember, Mr. Adderly, I didn't see if the money was in the briefcase.
So I could have kept $1 million and given Tony newspaper clippings. And do you think that she killed Karpov, too? You've been a very busy little lady.
All I need now is the location of the money.
This is absolutely ridiculous. VH and I didn't kill Tony. We loved him.
How touching. I must say, Adderly, your taste in women is exceptional.
What happens now?
I escort you both back to IA, where you are both debriefed about where you hid the money.
Sounds like fun.
After you.
Wait. You see what I see?
What's that?
Well, what's it look like?
A diver's weight belt.
And all that's missing is
An air tank.
bingo.
That's not mine. I ordered a gin sling.
Try it. I think you'll like it.
VH. Hi. How'd you find me?
You always said you'd come here when you made your first million.
It's funny, Adderly. I'm almost glad you're here. How'd you figure it out?
Minute, I figured out there was a bomb. Because you are the only person that would know exactly where you were going to be on that dock. There's a few other things that didn't make sense, like Karpov.
We were in on this together, but I was afraid someone might trace him to me. He, wouldn't have known what to do with his half of the money anyway.
You did him a favor.
Yeah. Now I'll do one for you. You could disappear, you know. Like me. With, your half of the money, of course.
After what happened to your last partner, I don't think so.
But we're all friends.
Is that why you used me?
No. To tell the truth, it's because you're predictable. I could count on you not going by the book on that dock. Just like I can count on you not killing me. If it comes to it, I know you can't pull the trigger.
Yeah. You're right.
But he can.
So, how was your trip, VH?
Well, it was great, Mona, but is it me or have things actually changed around here?
Major Clack made him get rid of it.
You mean they caught the parking space thief?
No, apparently the car he towed away was Major Clack's limo. He parked his car in the other space because his own was being repaved.
And he didn't count on Checkpoint Melville.
No, and Mr. Greenspan did not count on having to bail it out either.
Mona, how much money do we have in petty cash?
87 cents.
87 cents.
Well, you had a bagel this morning, sir.
Adderly, where have you been?
Catching up with an old friend in the islands, Melville. Here.
Well, I have to come up with $200 to bail out Major Clack's car.
You still haven't paid me for the donuts.
Well, where am I going to get that money to bail him out?
Angel Savage.